In the waning hours of the day, beneath a sky streaked with burnished gold, our fellowship gathered in the River King's respite. The hearth crackled low, casting flickering firelight upon flagstone walls and faces drawn by travel and burden. There in a secluded corner sat Lady Isolde Marcress, cloaked in velvet and fear, her eyes sharp with the weight of dangerous knowledge. With trembling voice and a resolute heart, she unburdened herself of long-guarded truths. She spoke of Zol Vatesh, a name ancient and foul, carried on whispers and long forgotten by most, an unseen force that weaves its will through the minds of the powerful. To the fellowship she handed a worn parchment, inked with names, nobles, counselors, even allies, all marked as thralls to this lurking influence. Fearful of prying eyes and the shadowy reach of those corrupted, Lady Marcrest pleaded for sanctuary. "Take me from this place," she begged, her voice no longer that of a noble, but of a soul hunted. In return for her safety, she offered not just coin, but the full measure of her loyalty and perhaps redemption. The fellowship, knowing the stakes, agreed. As dusk slipped into night, plans were laid and eyes turned to the dark beyond the city. Yet within the dim reflections of a tarnished bar mirror, Caesar beheld a vision. Souls long departed, staring back from the glass. When the stars had climbed high above the spires of Eldamere, you departed in secret through a hidden door behind the king's respite. Lady Marcress cloaked among you. The woods at the city's edge embraced you in silence, your path lit only by moonlight and resolve. Days passed in solemn travel, the land slowly changing, the shadows deepening. But rest would not come easy. In the hush of the night, under a slowly converging moon, your camp was beset by monstrous spiders. Creatures not of ordinary ilk, but touched by strange magics. They blinked in and out of sight as if the very threads of reality bent to their will. The battle was fierce, but the fellowship prevailed, the beasts slain beneath blade and spell. At last, after much weariness, the trees thinned and the mists of the lowlands curled around them. From that gloom rose the land of Dreadmere. Silent but watchful, as you entered the gates, an old man stepped forward, eyes wide with wonder and joy. He embraced Ser Dorian Blackwell as one greets the long-lost returned. Welcome back to Rob's Dragon Den. Grab your dice, light a torch. This is Elarion, the Shattered World. So the night presses down like an iron hand, and you step beneath the great archway of Dreadmere Keep. The wind falls silent. The mists that swirl around the entrance parts, kind of drawing back as if to let you pass. There's no warmth here. No light beyond the flickering torch held by the broad-shouldered man in the weathered cloak, streaks of gray in his dark beard. The man clasps Dorian's arm in a firm grip and then pulls him into a strong embrace. "You look like hell, boy, but gods, it's good to see you."
"Man, you're looking old. How you doing?"
"Oh, not as old as I feel." He looks around, sees the rest of you. Come on, let's get you fed and rested. You look tired. The troubles of the world can wait until morning." And he pats you on the back, Dorian, and leads you forward. He leads you through the inner gates. His steps are sure, even in the dark. You follow, your boots echoing against the cold, uneven stones of the courtyard. Dreadmere is a place where shadows linger long after the sun has set. A fortress built not to shine, but to endure. No banners flap in the wind, no fires light the ramparts. The walls rise like cliffs, unyielding and ancient, their gray stone patched with the creeping ivy of years forgotten. The air is thick with the scent of damp stone and old grief. And the only sound is the occasional hiss of wind between the cracks of the battlements. You walk through silent halls, past closed doors, down corridors where every torch seems to burn with a dim, flickering light. The echoes of your steps are swallowed by the stone, absorbed by the very walls as if this keep were now more tomb than home. The man steps before a heavy door, its iron hinges rusted with age. He turns to Dorian, his face dimly lit by the torch. "Yeah, you go. Just rest here as long as you need. We'll speak in the morning. Gods, it's good to have you home, boy," as he gives Dorian another embrace. And off the man goes. It's late. So this chamber that he led you to lies deep within the bones of Dreadmere Keep. The heavy wooden door groans on its hinges as it swings open, revealing a space that's cold and dim and still, but large enough to accommodate all of you. The room's rectangular, stone-walled, vaulted ceiling, arched high above like the ribs of some great beast long since entombed. A massive hearth stands against the far wall, its fire warm, a contradiction to the cold walls that surround you. Thick wooden beams support the ceiling overhead, weathered by time and dark with age, while the floor is laid with wide flagstones worn smooth by countless footsteps. A handful of low cots have been arranged near the hearth. They're plain but sturdy, laid with a coarse woolen blanket and pillow. A battered oak table stands near the center, flanked by mismatched chairs and loaded with food and drink. On the far wall, a pair of narrow slitted windows peer out into the darkness, their view obscured by fog and age. The only other light comes from a single iron candelabra hanging overhead, its candles flickering uncertainly in the draft. Shadows stretch across the floor like long, grasping fingers, and despite the room's size, it feels close and heavy with the weight of silence and age. But it is quiet. It's hidden. It's safe. And for now, it's yours.
So who was that, Dorian?
Well, I told you we'd have a nice warm welcome here. I'm surprised you don't know him, Torin. That was Lord Harwyn.
I've heard of him before, but I've never quite met him myself. So you were not lying, though, when you said a warm welcome. That is for sure.
Yes, and well, I told you he would welcome us in, and he's like a father to me. So, please let's eat. Let's enjoy this feast, and in the morning, I'm sure we'll find him and have more to discuss.
Sounds good to me.
On the table,
As I walk to a table.
Yep, there's that big table. There's ale, there's wine, there's water, there's fruits and nuts. It's and some game, wild game, just roasted. It's not a huge feast, but it's food, it's drink, it's hot, and it's there. Lady Marcrest, as she just kind of been in the background this whole time, just kind of following you. She stands in the room looking. May I? It has been a long journey.
Yes, I don't know why you're asking. Please eat.
Thank you. And she takes her coat off and kind of drapes it very gingerly on one of the cots. She sits down at one of the tables and just eats like you would expect this kind of noble-ish woman, just very dainty, eats and drinks. Although you can tell that she's starving just like you guys are.
Where about in the castle are we?
You are below, like not like underground, but ground level, kind of in the bones of it, kind of in the center almost. There is a window, a couple of slitted windows that look outside, but they're very old and you can't really see much out of them. It's obviously it's an area you've been in before. It's just it's a large room with a hearth in it. Maybe it was probably like a study or a library or something like that previously. That they have, obviously they could see you coming and they set out the cots and the little feast for you, lit a fire in the hearth. But as far as you could, this room hasn't been touched in years.
Brings back memories. It's nice to be somewhat home. It's childhood.
So you grew up around here? Take it then?
Is it? Yes. It's like I said when we were traveling here, or at least I thought I said. After my parents died, I took a stay here. Lord Harwyn and his family took me in, and this is where I grew up.
Yes, I do apologize. My notes are all scrambled. I do have that in here. I will sit down and grab a lot of meats and hearty things. But then once I'm finished with that, I've had a few drinks, I will take a few cloths, I guess you call them, out of my bag and wrap up a couple of different pouches of like nuts and kind of non-perishable items and put them in my bag and save them for later rations.
Nuts and there's some jerky type things. There's dried fruits and there's a good assortment of non-perishables. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take
get two. What'd you say? 2 cloths?
Yeah, I was gonna go 2 or 3, but yeah,
2. However many you take, those are full rations. I mean that would count as a full ration. There's enough there.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
I will get to the ale. Drinking the ale.
There's ale. There's little casks they've got the little, I don't know, the spigot, whatever you call in them. That there's a couple of those, plenty of ale for all.
How long do you guys think we stay in Dreadmere, or do we just continue moving on with after the night's finished?
There is one part of the keep here that, to be honest, I did not frequent, but Lionel might like, and it may help us on our journey.
Oh,
there's some sort of like a library. Books in the basement. It's supposed to be, from the time of knowledge from the time before the shattered, the sundering, or whatever we're calling it.
I very much would like to read about that.
So maybe in the morning we can speak with Luthor or Lord Harwyn to you guys and see if we can get an accompaniment down there.
That sounds good to me.
I would like that.
That'd be great.
Any other discussion anybody wants to have? You've all heard and learned things about each other that haven't been fully explained.
I'm going to look at Torin.
Okay.
Sir, mind telling us why you keep blowing up?
What do you mean?
You blew up with arcane effect when Dorian was attacked by those weird looking creatures.
I don't quite know. Pretty new to me. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Sort of. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it or what it is, but it just kind of, I don't know, overtook me maybe. But
And you've known that you've known that you've had this
no,
within you?
no, this is all very new to me. I've had an accident when I was younger once, but that was only a one-time thing, and then since then, nothing has happened until recently. So I don't know. That was my hope speaking to lady
Serafina?
Yeah, I think that's her name.
The one in the tower.
Mage. Yeah.
Yep.
And the Xena Spire. I can't remember her name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lady Serafina.
Is this okay? Yeah. That was that was what I spoke with her about originally, and she gave me very little to no clarity on it. So we hope to go speak with her again the other day. But as you all know, it was blocked off, and then she wrote to me as well. So yeah.
What was this accident when you were younger?
It's kind of fuzzy, I guess. I don't really remember it that well, but from what I've heard, I guess we were sparring and within the castle and just kind of working on some things, and Ser Dorian was hit and actually taken down. It seemed to be pretty severe, and all I remember is just going kind of blank, and when I came to, somebody had been hurt. So I don't exactly know what happened, but it was an accident, and that's kind of why I stayed within the keep and kept my books and tried to stay away from people for as long as I could. But I mean, I don't know if it's just being around people again or what's triggering this. But
so when you were in the keep, nothing else happened when you were.
But what do you mean?
Like you had no other episodes?
No, that was the only time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This whole time, Jasper's there with you. He's just kind of sitting in the back, tinkering with his rifle, tinkering with his what are we calling it? Powder box?
Pepper box.
Powder box. His powder box.
Yeah.
Tinkering with his cannon. And some of the metals, some of the things that he brought from the smelting yard, you see him just kind of tinkering with those as well. And every once in a while, somebody will say something and he'll look up. So you can tell he's listening. Lady Marcrest is, she's eaten her fill, and has a tankard of wine, and she's just sitting in kind of just an old wooden chair, staring into the fire.
So, my lady, how do we find out when we will receive your pay, and if you have any more information for us to help us more? No.
My dear boy, I've given you all the information I have. Did I not speak of this being, this Zorfatesh, who has it?
You did, yes. Yeah, I just was.
And did I not give you a piece of parchment with those currently in power and under the control of this Zorfatesh?
No, you did.
Yeah.
I was just hopeful that there may have been more information that you would like to share as well. You have been within power for quite some time now, and I imagine through all these years you have found more information as well than within your speakings and
Oh,
all.
my dear boy, I, much like the rest of the kingdom, have been blinded to this growing evil that has been just growing under our noses, unbeknownst to us, little by little, taking a bite, and taking more and more, until today, we are at a turning point. It is a dangerous time in the entire world of Elarion. I do wish I had more information, my dear boy, but I'm afraid I don't.
I want an insight checker.
You go ahead and roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
As for your reward, you will be handsomely paid. You have my word as Lady Marcrest. And if one does not have their word, they do not have anything.
I agree with that.
that's right. What a good saying.
Right. Thank you, Lord Dorian. What's your roll?
10. As far as I can tell.
As far as you can tell, she's sincere.
Okay. That gives me some comfort then that hopefully this information will lead to more then. I hope.
I'm afraid comfort is a luxury that many of us will have to do without for quite some time.
I'm pretty comfortable right here.
Yeah.
Food, ale, it's warm, place to sleep.
The bliss of the simple. Lord Blackwell, at times I envy you. Truly I do.
Thank you.
Do you have any plans? Now that you are here in Dreadmere, we have gotten you safely out of the city.
Yeah, that you have.
What are your next steps?
For the first time in my life, I do not have a plan. Perhaps in the morning I shall speak with Lord Harwyn about perhaps staying here for a bit before moving on. I do not want to be a burden for whatever challenges or whatever quests lie ahead for. I'm sorry, you don't have a name, do you? I know not what to call you other than this band of adventurers, or each of you by name.
I don't think we quite have a name yet either. Torn in the zit.
Torn in the zits. No.
Yes. Perhaps a bit.
We might as well just.
Perhaps a bit of workshopping on that. Yes.
Maybe.
If you gentlemen, I'm so sorry. If you gentlemen will excuse me, I believe I shall retire for the night. And please accept my most sincere gratitude. You have done what you are asked. You will be rewarded. She grabs one of the cots close to the hearth and just the robe, everything that she's wearing, she kind of just tucks it around her, the blanket, and she tucks in on her cot. Jasper.
Is it pretty quiet outside?
Very.
I think it's like most people. Okay.
It's very quiet. It's also very late.
Might be a good idea. What Lady Marcus has done. I don't. You never know what the next day awaits us.
It is a good call.
Hopefully not a lot.
Okay.
I will grab a barrel or whatever the small ones, and I want to bring it with me and lay down to bed.
All right. Everybody kind of tucking in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody kind of grabs a. Everybody grabs a cot. There's, like I said, there's just a rough woolen blanket. There is a pillow. There is a big stack of wood. If you want to keep tossing wood on the fire. Jasper actually speaks up. He goes, I know we are feeling safe here in the keep. However, I do not require sleep as you do. So I shall keep watch over you. You go ahead and get a good rest. And I shall wake if anything happens.
Thank you, Jasper.
Very appreciate it, brother.
All right, you guys tuck in for the night. Jasper keeps feeding the fire throughout the night. And you wake in the morning. Everybody gets full rest.
Wonderful.
Oh, Lady Marcrest. Oh, that was actually one of the best night sleeps I have had in a long time. Thank you so, gentlemen. The morning sun kind of filters in through the filters in dimly through the warped panes of leaded glass. It kind of casts long broken streaks of pale gold across the room and across the wooden table. You hear a on the door. You awake, boy?
Oh yeah, we're getting up. We're getting around.
Breakfast is served in the main hall.
All right. Are you headed down there, or you got a minute?
Yeah. Sure. He pops open the door. Everybody get a good rest.
Yes, thank you.
Good. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's nice to have company here at Dreadmere. We don't see any travelers at all. My gods, boy, you got fat.
It's a joyous life. But hey, at least I'm not old like you.
Well, I can't help but getting old.
Damn.
Come on, that's
Well, I still got my hammer, and it still swings pretty well.
your hammer looks different.
My metal friend over there help me out.
Jasper kind of stands back. I made some updates to the hammer to benefit Dorian. Was good. All right.
Anyways, how's it been up here in Dreadmere?
Oh, perhaps we should speak over wine. Come on.
All right. I hope you have plenty at breakfast.
He leads you kind of down a couple of they're dark hallway. Even the stone is dark here. A couple of dark hallways into a big open, like, main chamber, big roaring hearth. There's a bunch of tables, platters of, again, the dried fruits and dried nuts. There's some wild game. barrels. There are barrels of ale and wine. And you guys kind of take your seats. Lord Luthor Harwyn, older now than when Dorian remembers him, wearied by years that have not been kind here in Dreadmere, he settles onto a bench across from Dorian. He looks at the young man, who's not so young anymore, yet still carrying the shadow of the boy who once roamed the woods and these halls with Wolf and Celeste. A faint smile touches his lips, fond but fleeting, and it's gone in a breath. And what remains, you see his face is burden. You weren't always the sharpest of them. His hands kind of wrapped around, or you were, sorry, you were always the sharpest of them. His hand kind of wrapped around a wine mug. You knew how to fight. You knew when to keep your mouth shut and when not to. Dreadmere is bleeding, lad. The crown's hand grows heavier by the day. They want double the iron, double the timber, 4 times the taxes. He pounds on the table. 4 times. What they used to take with a nod and a scroll, they now demand with blades behind it. We've nothing more to give. The mines are drying, the woods are thinned. Folks are angry. And not just here. It's the same across the realm. Coins vanishing, food's short. And trust is a dead man's name. I've held things together. I've held them together by spit and stubbornness. But I won't lie to you, lad. It's fraying. If something doesn't change, it'll snap. And when it does, it won't just be Dreadmere that falls apart. He looks up at you. Gods, I never thought I'd see you again. Not after Celeste. And now in your return, but to return with a storm on your heels. He kind of traces the rim of the mug that he's got. Gaze drifts to the hearth for a moment. And for a moment, it seems like he's drifted away for a little bit, maybe back to a time when the halls of Dreadmere echoed with laughter and young footsteps. He looks back up at you, Dorian. Wolf's been asking about you. Whenever word comes in from the road, whenever a traveler bears a familiar crest, he listens more than he speaks these days. But your name still lives behind his quiet eyes. You know, he never blamed you. You know, not for Celeste. None of us did. He takes a drink. Oof. We know you loved her, Dorian. Like breath loves lungs. What happened wasn't your fault, boy. Hells, it broke all of us. You know, he misses his brother. It's still what he calls you. He calls you brother. He's waiting for you to come home to the Frostmarch Vale, even if neither of you will ever call you that again. Takes another long drink.
Might be, I'll reach out and grab his hand. We can speak about the Celeste matter later. For me, please, let's not bring up old heartaches.
Aye. I'll drink to that. Aye. I'll drink to that.
But, yeah. You caught me off guard there.
That's all right. God, it's good to see you, boy.
Yeah, just,
It's
good to be back. It's good to be home.
He looks across the table a little bit. You're a Twinley, aren't you?
I am. Who are you?
You got your father's bearing. That same steely posture. Same eyes, too. Gods, it's been years since I've seen him. But I know that mark of blood anywhere. I won't speak it loud, but there's whispers across Dreadmere, across the realm. Quiet talk of your kind being hunted.
What do you mean, my kind? What are you, from the south?
The old lines, blood that runs older than the crown itself. There's names the monarchy would rather see buried beneath time and dust. Your family, the Twinleys, were once stewards of something greater. Tied to a forgotten oath, perhaps even a threat to the throne. Let me ask you, boy, what happened to your parents?
This is the first I'm hearing of any kind of ancient family history.
That doesn't surprise me. What happened to your parents? What did they tell you?
What? Let me recall. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen them. Un momento. I don't really remember what happened to my parents.
That's right. That's because they were killed. And I'll wager that Elden Guard of yours gave you some polished and palatable story rather than what actually happened. Boy, I knew your father. Not well, but well enough to know that he wasn't one to die easy. If he and your mother were truly hunted, it was someone sent after them, someone with the authority to ensure it vanished beneath a cloak of lies. You don't know who they are, do you? The ones that follow you.
No, I haven't noticed anybody following me.
Then listen close, boy. You're not safe. Not truly. Not here, not in Eldenmere, certainly not where fancy banners fly too clean and the coins shine too bright. If you bear your father's blood, then someone out there still considers you a threat. Threats don't live long when they're left alone. You just remember that.
How did you know him? Did you guys fight together? Were you friends?
That we did.
How long ago?
Since
Ages since I've seen him.
It had been long before you came along.
Do you mean you also were in the Elden Guard?
No. My duties were here in Dreadmere, but as a lord of a large keep, as you can imagine, we had dealings in the capital and the Elden Guard. Your father was a good man, he was.
He was a good man. So I am surprised to meet someone who has come into contact with him. You have told me something I have not known.
You'd be surprised.
About my history.
You'd be surprised, boy. He looks around.
When was the last time?
Enough of this. Eat, drink. Enough of this.
No, please. Please, we have some questions for you. When was the last time you were in the capital? Seems that you know that the crown is fighting down on the taxes, but
hell's boy.
We just came from the Ravens. We just came from Ravensfire, and it's not good.
They come here, the crown. They come all over Elden, all over Elarion. They send their guard and their cronies, their tax collectors. Nobody is safe. You say you've been to Ravenspire? Have you been home yet?
No, I have not been home since I journeyed to Ravenspire a few weeks ago.
I would imagine it's just about as bad there as it is here.
When did this start?
It really got bad. Oh, hells. A couple of months ago. They've been raising taxes, expecting more and more resources, just little by little. Oh, for the good of the crown. We need just a little more timber. For the good of the crown, we need a little more iron. Ah, for the good of the crown, we need just a little more money. And a little more, and a little more, and a little more. Well, shit. You know how much a little more and a little more and a little more adds up to?
Yes.
It adds up to a hell of a lot. That you see
All right.
a robed, young, thin robed individual, hood up, kind of walk up and speak something into Lord Harwyn's ear. He turns. Well, give it here, boy. And it's just a little rolled up piece of parchment. Apparently, Dorian, somebody knows you're here. Raven came for you in the night.
What does it say? Or I guess give me the note.
Here you go, boy. Drink, eat. More wine. Serving.
The downfall of the crown.
Serving girl
I
comes
slam my fist.
to the down
It won't load.
crown.
Yes, sir. Fuck 'em.
As I'm reading this, Lionel, you have that drawing of that old sigil you took. Can you show Luthor, Lord Harwyn?
You got,
Yes.
you got old sigil.
I'll pull out.
He looks at it.
Yes, from House Vaelor.
That's which one? Which one are you showing him?
I'll show him the paper one first.
All right. Boy, that's
So the one that I have on a paper.
that was a sigil from history class as a boy. Where'd you get that?
I've had a journey to find out more and more about this family. Not much around about them, I would say.
That family, that crest, that family, they've been extinct for generations.
Hmm. But have you seen any like this? And I pull out the metal one with the spider web on it as well.
What the hell is that? It's the House of Vaelor crest, but it's been nothing I've ever seen before. Where'd you come across this, boy?
How we found this inside the city.
Yeah, well, the city is corrupt as hell right now, if you haven't noticed. So,
we've noticed, my friend.
it's hard not to. Although those at the heart of it are blind bastards who can't see what's going on. More wine. Serving girl off to the side comes over, fills his wine goblet again. More wine.
Oh, God.
Strange times,
I do
boy.
not know what to.
Strange times.
I do not know what to think of this letter, but I will quickly hand it over to Torin for Torin to read. But I'm just going to put it in the general chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again,
Lord Harwyn.
Jasper's just kind of hanging, listening in the back. He doesn't eat. He doesn't drink. He's just kind of hanging in the background, absorbing. And Lady Marcrest she's kind of sitting over by the fire now with she's got a big mug of hot tea. She's eaten, again, staring into the fire. She takes this.
Whoa.
She takes this pause. Lord Harwyn, I believe we have met before. You're the Marcrest Trading Consortium, yes? I am, Lord, and she does a little bow and a curtsy. What brings you here with this group? Well, I, too, have been a subject of ridicule and danger from the crown. And these fine gentlemen, I still not know what to call them. These gentlemen were kind enough to help me escape the city to somewhere safe. Lord Harwyn, if I don't want to overstep my bounds, but would it be all right if I stayed here for a bit? I could help. I can balance books and I could do anything. Yes, Dorian, you vouch for this one?
Seemingly. She's been all right recently.
Well,
she owes us a bit of coin.
that I do, and that shall be remedied shortly. We'll figure something out. Thank you so much, Lord Harwyn. Thank you so much. She bows a few times and backs away and kind of sits at the table with you, kind of toward the end, though. What's the deal with that, the raven there, Dorian?
Yes. Harwyn, here, I'll show him the raven note. Be careful. They speak of ill of things that did not happen, and they've come for the land, so...
Althea Gray is dead.
Aye. She is.
By your hand?
No, I did not kill her. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that'll vouch that I did not kill her.
Yes, I can vouch for him.
What the hell is Garrett talking about then?
Well, the crown must be spinning the story to make it bend to their needs. And by gods, I don't know what they're doing.
I told you, boy. Strange times.
This is blasphemous. I cannot let this stand. We need to get to Ravenspire. I need to free those people.
Martial law, boy. It's going to be garrisons and garrisons of soldiers. You know how that works.
I'll take as many men as you can give me. But if you give me 0, I'll take my hammer.
Men, what men?
As many as you've got.
How many men you see I have around here? The men are long gone, Dorian. I told you, we're bleeding here. The crown has bled us dry.
The horse shit. If we stand by, it'll just continue to happen. This next stop's going to be you if you're not careful.
Lady Marcrest, you are right, Lord Blackwell. Horse shit, it is. But I would fear for your safety if you go charging into Ravenspire. The crown will have garrisons, and who knows who is under Zorfadesh's sway now. Perhaps you get to Ravenspire and this man who has sent you this raven is under control. Then what?
Garrett is my brother.
Well, your brother may no longer be your brother. And then
this is not the brother I chose, but we are brothers of blood. He would not let anything wrong happen to me.
Lord Blackwell.
But what do you have me do? You have me sit here on my arse?
There are other ways, Lord Blackwell. Cut the head off the snake, and the snake will die.
Dorian, we now share a similar goal. I can only assume that the same people that come after my family are now after yours. We can put an end to this.
That's probably be true.
I fear, gentlemen, that this may partly be my fault. I set in motion this inquiry that set you about Eldenmere. This inquiry that you apparently ruffled some feathers and dug too deep. This inquiry that has put your families in danger. And for that, I am so sorry. I had not known how deeply, how far the treachery and the corruption had gone until it was too late. She pulls
I can't let them drag my name through the mud.
She pulls a pouch out full of coin. And I do fear it is partly my fault. She starts pulling out coin, stacks of coin, more coin than this bag should be able to hold. And she pulls out, there are 6 of you here, because Jasper is here, but Drom has disappeared a couple sessions ago, and we don't know where Drom is, and he has not accompanied you here. So she has pulled out, there are 6 of you. She's pulled out 35. Is that right? I do the right math? 5,000 apiece. Gold pieces.
Wow.
Hallelujah. 5,000 apiece.
5,000?
Crap.
You upheld your part of the bargain, and I do feel partially responsible for this. Please take this as a humble token of my thank you and an apology for what has transpired. Lord Harwyn, is there a
match it?
Is there a place that I may sit in quiet? And he signals to one of the wine cup bearers and whispers something to him, and they lead Lady Marcrest off to a room somewhere else. That's a pretty...
gets escorted out. As she gets escorted out, I'm going to yell after her. I'm going to say, "This doesn't forgive the people of Ravenspire."
She stops. She bows her head a little bit deeper and continues walking. That's a nice bit of coin there, boys.
It's a bit of coin when your name is worthless.
Well, boy, if this continues, if the crown continues to demand more taxes and more resources, marching their armies across the verdant expanse and further, nobody's name is going to mean anything.
Luthor, they're coming for you next.
Let them come. I've got nothing left for them to take.
Before they do come, Kenda, I know I didn't spend much time there, but I do know of a great, the vaults of memory.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This may have some information. I guess that would be beneficial for us if we're not going to march on Ravenspire like I think we should. Do you mind?
No, absolutely. Do you remember how to get there?
No. It would be better if we had an escort.
Yeah. He signals, and a robe and a hood. Young comes over. He whispers something to him. If you'd like to follow me. Kind of leads you through halls and downstairs and through what is obviously like a not a tomb, but where dead relatives, ancestors are buried in tombs, and it leads you down below that into this dark. It smells of must and mold, and goes through and lights a few torches. It's not huge, but there's a little library. There's scrolls and tomes and books, everything covered in ages and ages and ages of dust.
I'm gonna start reading. And I'm gonna read for as long as I can.
Anything in particular?
I want to look for books that, like, anything on House Vaelor, anything on like my history, like anybody in the group, like party's history. If like I've seen anything with their names,
sure,
I want to learn more about that.
History.
There's a lot of just scrolls, old scrolls. Some of them are unreadable now. They're just ages and ages and ages old. A lot of the scrolls are account records of, transactions, hay and grain, and there's a lot of that they kept down there. Most of the books are of not any interest. There are some titles, though, that you've never seen before. There is one called The Anchor Wars. Anchor, The Anchor Wars. There is one called The Skyfall Conflagrations. Yeah. So those are kind of the really two. You don't see anything on any families or anything like that. I mean, none of the people that are with you.
I want to read the one, if I have time to read it, The Anchor Wars.
Okay. Let me.
And I'll read the other one.
And then we can confer afterwards. Yes.
Wow.
A fellow reader. How quaint.
That's on a.
And then we hear in the background, who need read?
Who need read?
Boys, did you find anything on Zorvatesh?
Doesn't appear.
Did we see anything?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, who's reading the Anchor Wars?
Me, Lionel.
Lionel gets the Anchor Wars.
Anchovy War.
And the Skyfall Conflagrations. That is going to Caesar.
Azer.
So there are a couple of books. There's a lot of, history books, history that you've seen before, things that you've read before, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing new. These are two that you've never seen before.
Would I find any books walking around of like the occult and such?
No occult books here.
No. Would me walking around, would there be anything that would stand out to me by chance at all, or no?
You can roll a perception or an investigation.
Okay.
And since you're looking, it'd be an investigation.
Mm-hmm. Investigation. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
16.
16. You actually find a scroll, a rolled up scroll, kind of just catches your attention, just because of a name on it.
Okay.
Let me see here. It's kind of, there we go.
In the past, someone's been able to tell if something magic is around or not. Is there any
Yes.
magic down here?
That is me, my friend. I will cast the ritual.
Ritual? Okay, 10 as you're sitting there. Well, you can't read and cast at the same
Reading.
time.
Okay,
Yes.
when I finish reading, I'm a quick reader.
Okay.
When I finish reading, I'll do the
Do
10
a ritual.
minutes of
Okay.
that.
So while Lionel is finishing up reading, he's going to cast it ritual, which takes 10 minutes. Anybody else? And again, yes, it's old, it's ancient, but it's a lot of, history of House Harwyn and stuff like that. I mean, it's nothing that you are specifically looking for here. In fact, the Skyfall Conflagrations and the Anchor Wars were written so long ago, I don't remember what's in them.
Nope. I'm just waiting.
You're walking around looking. Dorian, what you get down here is you get hit with memories. You get hit with, as kids, you, Wolf, and Celeste used to tear around these lower chambers, running around, playing hide and seek. And perhaps once a little older, you and Celeste sneaking away every now and then.
Playing hide the book.
So this is a little bit of nostalgia-ish for you, maybe a little, hit to the heart.
No.
Lionel.
Mm.
The name.
I need 5 minutes. I can hear you, but I'll be back.
Okay.
The name you are in search of is Vaelor, correct?
Yes.
Well, what do you think of this? And I lay the scroll out. I'm just gonna put it in the general also. This is the one that caught my eye. This speaks of House Vaelor. You did not mention that they were of the Dark Arcane, though.
I did not know.
Oh. This seems to believe that they were hungering for forbidden knowledge and had an obsession with this amulet of the Undying Veil. That is that sound familiar to anybody?
Yes, that's important. Yes. The fortune teller spoke of a veil or something of where Celeste was lying, not dead.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that okay. Yeah. Amulet of the Ignite. I guess I don't know where this brings us, but just another puzzle to the another piece to the puzzle. I guess.
I think I have more reading to do. Based on what your note says.
Okay. Well, I will hold on to it for now, and whenever you need it, I guess let me know.
Once we finish conversing, me and Caesar, I have no reason to think why we would not share this information with the group.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
So,
I just during this time I want to write down word for word the scroll, and using my forgery kit, I would like to write it down exactly as it was written down in the scroll.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. So then I have a duplicate then, basically.
Okay. Yeah. That's. Oops. Don't do that. Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
okay. I'm gonna have to print this off and take notes.
Rob, I want to reach out and touch it.
Reach out and touch me.
You reach out. You see Caesar, as you kind of note you as he starts to move his hand out to touch this, just this old mirror. You kind of look at him, and he reaches out slow and touches this mirror, and it's all you feel is the glass.
Are they still there after I touch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's there?
He didn't say anything.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. He didn't say that out loud, really?
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Do we see him touching glass then?
Yeah.
Do we see him just looking at me?
You see him looking at this mirror and reaching out to touch it, putting his hand on
Caesar, my friend. Is it the people just like at the bar?
What is wrong? What happened to you? I yelling at the mirror, not paying any attention to others who are talking to me.
There's still.
I want to go up to him in the mirror.
You see Caesar looking at a reflection of Caesar.
Yeah.
I go up to it. I put both hands on it, like I'm trying to get in. What happened to you? And a tear starts to roll down my face.
I'm gonna try to calm him down.
And the mirror crashes and shatters on the ground from you grabbing it.
I immediately drop down and try to pick up some pieces and put them back together. Not caring.
Oh God, I'm gonna make sure he stops. I'm gonna make sure he stops, and then I'm gonna heal everything he does.
Jeez, he probably gets about just little cuts and scrapes. He gets probably about 6 hit points worth of damage doing this, little drops of blood. But I mean, every piece and everything you put together, they're gone.
Okay, I'd slump down and just kind of quietly sob.
Caesar, are you with us, my friend?
It's my family.
What are you seeing?
They're in trouble. They need me.
What are they saying?
Nothing yet. Other than my mother had mouthed the words "help us" when we were back in the city, but they
What do they look like when you see them in the mirror? Are they in distress?
yes, they're pleading. They need help.
And you see everyone from your family.
It is varied. These two visions I'd seen, but usually my mother and father are there, and some other family members. But yeah, it's all of them.
And before you saw it out in a courtyard, correct? Before we went into the spa.
Yeah, my mother was out in the courtyard.
But the past 2 times it's been reflections.
Yes.
Interesting. I would like to test that theory sometime, I think. In a more controlled way.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I can take seeing this anymore.
I know.
Ugh.
Do I see him as like unwell at all, Rob?
He's shaken.
Or is like okay. I'm gonna pull out some of my Fomunda leaf and just pack it right into his little, and just have him take a nice little puff of that.
And I do. Yep. And I take another one as well.
and I'll just relax, friend. Just relax.
I will.
And then we kind of gotta try and pick up this glass.
Yeah, I'll sit down on the floor there, leaning up against the wall, and I'll grab one of the pieces and just hold on to it and sit there for a little bit. Okay.
Maybe it'd be best if we can get out of here for right now. If you are finished, Lionel.
Can I take this with me, my lord?
He's not down there with you.
No.
Oh.
Like, Dorian.
I mean, I think the king and the empire or whatever is going to come for this place any minute. So why not?
Okay.
What's it going to hurt?
I just like to be polite. I don't want to take history. But I will take it and put it right in my bag.
Okay. And the Anchor Wars book, history book to your inventory.
Did we, what was the other book? The Skyfall Conflagrations?
Mm-hmm.
What was in that one? Did I miss it?
Were you able to get what you needed out of that?
Yeah. I can share it with you all at some point.
I can share mine as well.
Yeah, I guess when I showed that scroll to Lionel, I laid it out on the table, and everybody would have been able to see it
Okay.
as well. So
Cool.
And that wasn't a private conversation, so everybody knew that was of House Vaelor's scroll.
Downloads.
God, I got to go back and
There you
read
go.
those. I got to go back and read those books.
Yeah. Mine's pretty good so far. It's cool.
Okay.
But perhaps we get out of here, Caesar. Maybe some fresh air.
Yes.
I think that would be good. Be best.
Well, was there anything magic in here before we leave?
Yeah, did my ritual end?
Just your buddies.
Okay. All right, I say we head back up then. And I will help Caesar up to his feet and gesture over for Torin because Caesar's a big guy.
All right, I'll assist as well then.
Right, you get Caesar standing.
We'll get him up the stairs.
Caesar, what are you doing?
I let them. I let them get me up and put my arms around their shoulders and slowly walk out.
Okay. Guys, make your way back up the stairs into the crypt is what that area is. The crypt area. Back up the stairs again, back into the Dreadmere Keep, where there's movement, there's people, not many, but going just about their daily lives, cooking and cleaning and stuff that happens in the keep. You see, Lord
I'm just
Harwyn-
gonna.
Lord Harwyn come. You're down there for a while, did you? You find it? I haven't been down there in. Wow. I don't think I've ever been down there. You find anything good, lad?
Yes, very, very old stuff, but interesting.
All right. I tell you, you're welcome to anything you find down there. I've been down there in years. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever been down there, but it's just books. That's books. You're welcome to whatever you want down there.
Oh, that's good because we already took it.
That's all right.
What time is it?
You guys were down there actually for quite a while. It's and you slept in you slept in good too. You had breakfast, talked for a little while. It's early afternoon.
How much further here until the where we were trying to get to the Shattered Peaks?
The foothills of the Shattered Peaks, because again the terrain gets a little thicker with the forest, and it starts gradually kind of an incline uphill into the foothills. It's about a day and a half to the base where you actually get into the Shattered Peaks.
Lionel, aren't we're looking for the Star Spire Citadel, right?
Look at the map. Where at?
Where'd you say you're going, boy?
Well,
I think the Shattered Peaks.
yeah,
The Citadel is up there, yes.
The Shattered Peaks.
yes, the
If I tell you, boy, if you mean to head to the Shattered Peaks, you best keep your wits sharpened and your blades close at hand. The Riftlanders, they're stirring up. They're preparing for war. whether the crown wishes to admit it or not. Tensions are thick as blood out there. Those who can...
I think
Aye.
I think the Rifflanders and us have a common enemy.
Well, you're not in the Rifflands yet. You're only in the Shattered Peaks, and those who still call the peaks home, I tell you, they hold little love for the monarchy or those who serve the Council of Factions, the bastards. Many of them have closer ties to the Rifflands than they do to the Verdant Expanse. Now, you may find shelter in their halls. You may find a knife in your back. It depends on what names you carry with you and who speaks for you. And if that's the way you're going, watch who you trust. Out there in the peaks, loyalties are older than nations and grudges, they run deep. The peaks, the people there, they remember, even if the lowlanders out here choose to forget.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know I said maybe let's not speak. Come, let's sit as we talk. When I first a few days after.
Let's go sit.
Yes.
Let's go sit. Bring meat, cheese, wine, ale. Bring it all.
You see where I get it from. Anyway,
he sits in that same grand hall where you guys kind of had breakfast. Again, there's a big fire going. He kind of leads you in. There's a few people buzzing around bringing trays of meat and, again, the nuts and berries, and there's some vegetables on there. Just an assortment. Ale and wine, lots of it. Aye. All right, boy, what is it you want to talk about?
Oh, just a few days after arriving in Eldenmere, in the moonlit bazaar market, a fortune teller who I put a little stake in, but he knew things he should not have known.
Like
he
what?
showed me Celeste. I'm getting to it.
Speak up,
he
boy.
Showed me Celeste he showed me. He showed me Celeste in a ball. Her body was wrapped in some sort of sheet. And he says, the rose does not wither, hidden from the sun, slumbers. Truth is feared, barred for a reason. Once opened, cannot be closed. I did not know what it meant. Then, a mere days later, I found this note, and you've seen this symbol, the spider weaving a web around a rose. Oh, you have not seen that symbol. I found this note, and it says, the rose does not wither. Found it again, and then it had a picture of a spider weaving a web around a rose.
What are you saying, boy?
Did not know it.
What are you
am I saying?
What are you
I don't
saying?
know what I'm saying.
Are you saying she's not dead?
I'm saying she's alive.
I'm saying
she's alive.
That's not something to say lightly, boy. Not after all these years. I buried that girl in my heart.
Alive.
I buried that girl in my heart like she was my own.
So did I. We all did.
Gods, boy.
But then this was given to me, and I'll pull out the locket. This was given to me with that note.
He grabs it.
She wore this.
And looks at it. By the gods, boy, are you certain?
I'm never been so certain of something in my life.
It's Wolf. I saw the wreckage that her death caused. We all did. If she lives, if she truly lives, then someone wanted us to think otherwise. That means she's still in danger. Dorian and you stirred up a hornet's nest,
yes.
Have you not? You'll need more than hope and steel to survive.
I'm looking for the queen.
Boy, you got to find her, whatever it cost. If she's out there, God's help the ones who kept her from us.
I think that we need to find Lionel, what's the Vaelor? House Vaelor, right?
Yes.
More wine.
I think we need to find House Vaelor.
What does this House Vaelor have to do with it?
There's the spider weaving a web around a rose, and then he's got the thing. Bring the thing back out, Lionel. It's got spider webs on it.
Oh,
The little
I
chunk
handed
of metal.
Mm-hmm.
By the gods, what the hell is this? You know, have you read your history books? The Vaelor's crown were shattered by the sundering. It became the shattered peaks. Is that why you're going?
Yes.
Yes.
Boy, I don't know if you like what you find.
Anything is better than nothing.
Aye, anything's better than waiting here for your time to come. I'll tell you what, boy.
I say it's either we. All right, you tell me.
Bye. You go, you find Celeste. I'll go to Ravenspire. I'll take whatever men I can muster. There you go, kick your brother's ass. Get him off that. Get him out of his chair.
Yes,
Tell him it's time
give
to
Garrett
fight
a
back.
big kick in the ass for me when you get there.
Yeah, little. I never liked
Aye.
that little bastard.
Mm,
What's that other brother?
he's always been a little weird.
What's that the other brother of yours, the pretty one?
The pretty one that may play for the other team, but we're unsure. Yes, his name is Eldrick.
Eldrick. He I liked
And watch out.
a wee bit.
Yes,
He was all right, but that Garrett,
he's always good. He's a little. Yeah, he's a little pretty. Eldrick is a little pretty, but he's good.
Aye.
He's actually a pretty good fighter.
That Garrett,
He
was an ass.
a little weird.
He was just an ass.
Watch out for his. Oh well. Yes, he's got the new girlfriend. Be careful.
He does. Ha!
All right.
All right, you boys. You boys you go get Celeste. You go find her. I'll take care of things in Ravenspire. Yeah, muster all the men you can.
Thank you.
We'll ride in the morning. Little guard guy, he kind of bows and takes off. If you'll excuse me, apparently I'm getting ready to ride. I'll see you in a wee bit.
I think maybe we rest up one more night and head out, or we want to take advantage of this half day.
I mean, I think we could do with some rations, maybe, and maybe a couple other things around town if we needed. I
agree. I agree. I would like to see the city. I'm always one to take in cities.
Okay, what are we
Lots of
doing?
knowledge.
At least I am okay with that. If we ride out in the morning with the crew.
Yeah, let's go down memory lane for you.
Where would you like to go?
Where's the first time you swung your hammer?
Oh, that would actually be in Ravenspire, but the first time,
piss on it.
first time fighting would be here in the pits in the courtyard. Oh, these are.
Do you remember your first kill?
I do. Have an ale. It was a boy. In the battle of here, Ravenspire, he came running at me, the dumb lad. I knocked him down with my hammer, caved in his breastplate, shattered every rib.
Killed him.
I stood over him. He cried, "Wait, wait, wait!" And he felt my hammer crush down on him. You know what they never tell you?
What's that?
They never tell you how they shit themselves.
What, did you fight a big baby? How did you beat them?
No, everybody shits themselves when they die. Twinley, how many people have you killed? 0?
Yeah. The less you know, the better.
He makes more when he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, it's clearly not very many.
What are we doing?
Once
Perhaps.
my mouse died, I had to go grab a battery. Once I
Perhaps the place with supplies. Where might we find that?
I will take you to the store, and I will lead them to the store.
Okay. Caesar, I'll check on that.
Okay.
And so you leave the keep of Dreadmere, kind of following Dorian. He knows where he's going. And Dreadmere was once a proud and sturdy outpost nestled in the lowlands here, just kind of before the Shattered Peaks. Where's the face of quiet decay on a cloudy day? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Oh, it's a cloudy day, very gray outside. And on this cloudy day, as you're kind of walking around this town, this city, it feels as though it's holding its breath. Heavy pewter clouds hang low over sagging rooftops and leaning chimneys, dimming the pale daylight into a kind of like a perpetual dusk. The streets are lined with puddles that never quite dry, and the cobblestones seem to groan beneath passing boots. Shops that once bustled with life now kind of sit half shuttered and silent. The blacksmith's forge, the Brainiac Ironworks is barely lit, chimney only puffing on the occasional coil of smoke puffing out. Inside, the rhythmic clang of hammer on steel is slow, almost reluctant, as if the forge itself is tired. Across the muddy lane, Gilder's Provisions.
Before we get there, who's all coming with us? Who's with us? Is Caesar with us?
Caesar is, but behind.
Okay.
Not.
Well, on the way there, when we were walking, I would whisper to you, and I would ask you if you've heard the name Vaelor Nex. Like, he's a very old mage. He's a former mage of the Arcanium.
Off the top of my head, no. However, should I do a history check there?
You wouldn't have.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. So no, I'm
gonna ask everybody in the group, Rob. Does anybody know that name? I'm gonna ask Torin.
What was it?
Vaelor Nex. Nobody knows that name?
Nope.
Okay.
Vaelor, no.
Why are you asking?
It's in the book that I've been reading.
The book.
In the book from hundreds of years ago? You thought we would just know this guy?
Hey, he's not 100. I'm 257, so I don't know how old all of you are.
Not that old.
Not that old.
Whoa. Yes, I forget your lives are a blink of an eye in an elf's life.
And somehow we still managed to have just as much fun.
Got him.
Probably more, actually.
Exactly. Boring. Okay, well, here's the store.
All right, well, I'll go in and look around. Is there, like, does this sell any books or anything?
Well, the Gilder's provisions, the shelves are somewhat bare. The owner, Mira Gilder, is an old woman, kind of leans on the counter with a faraway stare, watching the door like she's waiting for somebody who's not coming back. She sees you come in. Welcome, Gilder's provisions. What you see is what we have. No. Is that the boy before me? She squints.
Yes, hi, how are you doing?
Rubs her eyes. By gods, that is the Blackwell. Come here, boy, come here. She's little, just hunched over little old lady. Come here. Oh, she gives you a hug. She smells like bad old lady. Oh, boy. As gods, it's good to see you, lad.
You as well. It's been a minute.
It's been years, boy. What brings you back here?
We're just really just passing through. Nice to say hi to Luthor or Lord Harwyn and everyone just passing through.
Just passing through.
There's a change brewing.
A change, you say? I hope it's for the better.
Well,
It's the darkest before the dawn.
That's was nothing more true, boy. You find what you're looking for over there, Mr. Elf.
I don't see what. Do I see any books?
I'm sorry, no books. We haven't had books in years. The shipments from the capital get more bare and more sparse each shipment. What you
Any
see?
scrolls?
What you see is what I have. I'm sorry, sir. What you see is what we have. And most of
Do you
it
have
is
any rations?
Yeah, there are provisions. There are food rations.
Okay.
They're not. They're a little on the lower end, but they are rations.
When people go, if they go to buy them, I'll say, "Don't worry, we still have the spiders. Remember the spiders?"
No.
How are you keeping that meat good? Did you salt it?
No, just burned it very badly. Just keeps it. Yeah, take all the moisture out.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Yes, but nutrients, my friend.
Well, I do recommend we get some sort of food or rations for the journey ahead.
Rations, you say, boy. How many do you need?
I don't. I don't think I need any, but I want to make sure my friends don't starve.
How many do you have, my lady?
She's looking. Honestly, I don't know. Jasper speaks. And how many days do you think this journey will take us?
Well, didn't we learn it was about a day and a half to the foothills? Maybe another 2 days of travel. Call it 4 days of travel.
4 days.
So there and back is 8 days, and then maybe 2 days of doing stuff. So I have 10 days. I think 10 days is good.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10. We'll carry the
50, my lady, 50.
It'd be 50 rations. Let me see what I
Jasper.
got. And she hunched over, hobbles over. She's pull one. They're all the nice package and wrapped in a cloth and tied. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Yes, you're quite tall. Would you mind helping me over here? I just can't seem to reach like I used to.
Yep. Yeah, I'll walk over and start grabbing all of them down and helping her.
Yeah, you get 50. A few of them might have a little mold on them. They've been sitting there a little while, but, just dust it off.
We'll separate them between everybody then.
So,
Jasper
10
require
10.
rations.
We'll call it.
I don't think he does.
Oh, boys, I think some of these have seen a better day. How about 2 for 10? You 10, 2 gold for 10.
I'll give her the 2 gold,
There.
and then give her an extra piece. So I'll give her 3.
Oh, good elf. That's not necessary.
That's for you, my lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
I'll give her 3 as well.
Oh, thank you. You are a tall one. Yes.
And you are a short one.
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What are you wearing under those robes?
we got a crazy lady out here.
I also gave her the 3 gold too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate this, boys. Thank you very much. She stares at Twinley.
Really, she only needs 1 more piece of gold.
You take out 1 piece of gold.
I'm gonna smack him with my stick.
Here it is. Okay.
I'm gonna smack him again.
Wow. All right. I'll give her a gently, but only the 1. Do I have to pay the full?
I'm gonna smack him again.
The cheapskate in this world and in real life.
She
All right, I'll give it the full 30 gold.
3.
30.
3. Just to
Put it
Just
up, big
3.
man.
Yeah, okay, you'll give her 3.
Actually,
That's
it's
fine.
60.
No, he said. Hey, no, he said 30. He said 30, Rob. He accidentally gave that lady 30.
She takes the
I will
3.
rob her later.
This is so generous of you, boys. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know the shelves are pretty bare, but
I know the big man hasn't had any in a while.
oh,
I'm gonna turn around. Thank you for the ration.
I have a secret room in the back.
he's not wearing anything under that robe, is he?
Somehow my face turns even redder than it already is.
And you, can I get you some rations too? Jasper, I am very sorry. I do not require the food or the drink like my friends do. And he slips her a gold. Say, but I do appreciate your taking care of us, and this is for you. You do something special for yourself with this. She says, Oh, thank you so much. She pats his hand. Thank you so much, boys. Oh, Dorian, it's been so good to see you. Come back and you see me again sometime when you're not off on some grand adventure. We'll sit, we'll have tea. We'll reminisce.
I would like that. Yes, we should do that.
Reminisce over that. What was that wee lass that you used to run around with?
Yes, Celeste.
Such a beautiful young lady she was.
We're off on an adventure to save her.
Save her? Has she?
Yes.
Did she not pass?
I guess not.
Oh my! She sits down. That's terrible, but grand news, boy. You say she's not passed. Oh my!
I've not seen with my own eyes, but that is what I've heard.
Well, then you must go save her.
Mm-hmm. Me and my friends.
Yes.
We need a name, by the way. I don't know if you can think of a good one.
It is good. It is good to have friends. Friends. And a name. What? You confuse me, boy.
Don't worry about it. You have anything else? Maybe people going north from here on foot may need or want. Magic sword.
Magic sword. Dorian, you are always such a funny lad.
I'd like to do one final look around the shop and see what it is on the shelves.
It is pretty bare. I mean, there is some clothing. You know, it's pretty. I mean, sparse. There's no real weapons. I mean, you know, you were lucky to find the rations.
Okay. Would there by chance be a shard of blue glass laying around somewhere?
There are little vials and cups and glasses, some of them blue.
I'd like to buy one of those cups then.
Oh, that's
ma'am, how much for this?
Oh, that's that old piece of I forgot about that. She picks it up, blows the dust off it, spits on it. Oh, that's just a copper. Just one copper, lad. Although I don't think a drinking glass would do you well on an adventure.
It reminds me of home.
Oh,
we had goblets
that's
similar to these as well.
Well, in that case, lad, you take it. Just
I can't.
You take it. It's a gift. It's a gift from me. If it reminds you of home, but that's something special.
Definitely is. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's nice to see a boy who misses home.
Quite some time now.
What? May I ask, where are you from?
Out east. Just kind of around.
Oh, all right. No place. That's just a wandering.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, we just stayed close with family. So.
I've got it. Dorian's younger days. He made some questionable decisions. You are the League of Questionable Decisions.
Yes. All right. Okay. It's definitely on the table. Let's
possibly.
no bad ideas right now.
The other name that we thought was possibly torn into zit, but
Who's Torn?
Who's Torn?
I don't know a guy.
It
Yeah,
was
who the
the name that
fuck
came
is
up.
Torn?
Yeah, we like that name. So.
We only
You
know
always
fucking
have to
Freddy,
explain.
bro.
The League of Questionable Decisions. Ah! It's perfect. It's perfect. Ah, it's
I like Dragoon, Den.
Oh, the Goon then. Are we the Gooners?
Hey, you guys.
Goon Squad.
Oh no.
Sponsored by Dave's Radio Shack.
Enter Goon Squad to get
All right.
15% off today.
Is there anything else I can get you, boys?
I don't think so. It's been nice seeing you. I appreciate it.
You too, Dora. You come back. You see me. We'll sit and have tea.
I will.
You go find.
Uh,
You go find that lovely lass. You bring her back.
I will, and we'll bring her back with the group of questionable decisions.
Yes, the League of Questionable.
The
Decisions.
League of Questionable Decisions. Yes. Yep.
She, still chuckling, kind of turns around and kind of walks back to the spot that she was sitting in, still chuckling along the way. Oh, that's funny.
As we walk out, I'll say, I don't remember that lady. I don't know. I have no idea who she is. She knows me, though.
He knows you.
Why did you pretend like you knew her?
Just being nice to the old lady.
I suppose. But now,
Yeah.
now you've given her hope.
Well,
Now you've crushed her.
she might not be here tomorrow. Who knows?
A good point.
She seemed really old. Why crush her spirits?
Good point. It was a good idea to be nice to her.
Yeah. Thanks. I try sometimes. All right. Torn, you wanted to go to the store. Did we get everything?
I think I'm okay. Thank you.
So, we leave now, or do we wait for the morning and we can see Lord Harwyn off with the crew as we also leave and head in the other direction?
Is probably the best decision. However, I want this trip to be fast because I fear that I have some matters to take care of at home.
Where is home for you?
Quite a bit south from here.
Specifically?
No.
Oh.
There is it's not on the map.
It's just south from here. So how do you know when you get there?
Good question. I haven't been back yet.
Is it like really far
It is-
south?
It is by my home, north of my home.
Oh, and you're from Lumenvale.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's more in between Lumenvale and is that Flint March? Is that what this is?
Lumenvale, Flint March. I mean, yeah, see that kind of tree-ish area in between them?
Yeah.
That's kind of where you're around in that area. Where your
Yeah.
villages, villages were.
Ours wasn't that far from Eldenmere.
No,
A little
not too
further than
far.
we've already traveled, but not that bad. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So it's I guess we just hang out for the day. For the afternoon, I guess, and now sharpen your swords and clean your hammers and be ready to leave in the morning.
All right. You guys make your way back to the keep. Evening now. There's a big dinner spread out in the grand hall again. Excuse me. Lord Harwyn makes an appearance, but you can tell he's kind of preoccupied with preparations for the ride, and people keep coming and whispering things to him, and he's issuing orders to them and to this, and people are coming and going, and he excuses himself actually pretty early. He has matters to tend to before the ride in the morning. But your room is theirs. Lady Marcrest you haven't really seen her since, she gave you guys the money, felt really, she feels horrible about really thinks she's responsible for what has happened to your families by getting you guys involved in the investigation. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. But the evening is yours if there's anything anybody wants to do, or you just want to tuck in for the night and head off in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd like to. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I meant for me, I don't know. I would just like to tuck in.
Okay.
For the night.
I would like to. You said there's a big fire.
Yeah.
Kind of in the main area or whatever.
Yep.
I'd like to sit in front of that for a while, drinking and staring into the fire.
Okay.
Just for time.
Theo goes back to the big room that you guys slept in, and he tucks into his cot. Fred is sitting in front of the fire.
Can I look around my room, make sure no one's been in here? Since that person that I talked to, Lord Harwyn, put me on edge.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
I'm always looking around now for people trying to follow me or people touching my stuff. Cool. 17 plus. 1 sec. Gotta pull up the investigation. That's under. I don't add. Okay, 17.
17. You check through kind of like your stuff, check your backpack and everything. Everything's there.
Okay.
Everything's there. It doesn't look like anything was moved or messed with while you were gone. Fred is sitting in front of the fire with a big flagon of ale, just drinking, staring into the fire. What's everybody else doing?
Before I go to bed, I'll stop by Fred and I'll pat him on the shoulder. My brother Garrett likes to stare into the fire as well. His new girlfriend hooked him up on it. So, just be careful. And I'll on his shoulder. Don't be too long. And I'll go to bed.
I'll take that into the mind. Thank you.
Caesar, Lionel?
I'm gonna go sit next to Torin and Fred. Yep, sorry. And light up another one. Calm myself down.
I see that. I'm heading over there, big man. and I'll let you keep yours in. I'll supply tonight. Don't you fret.
Well, thank you.
I got that ligma weed.
So I guess both of you would notice that my hands were still kind of shaky before, and then after that I'm calm.
Okay, so those two are calm themselves down. Fred is drinking ale. Everybody else is in bed. You guys stay up late. You eventually tuck in. What are you doing?
I'll eventually tuck in. I won't sit for too long, maybe a half hour.
Okay.
And then head to bed.
All right. Lionel?
I'd like to be the last one at the fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lionel, you go tuck in.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got to make your eventually one by one. You say goodnight to everybody, make your way back, tuck yourselves into your cot. There's a nice fire going in there. Jasper is again just kind of sitting up in his cot, tinkering with his little contraptions and metal. Every time one of you comes in, he just kind of gives you a nod, because he doesn't need sleep. So he's just kind of stays up and keeps a watch over everything. Fred, you are the last one there at the fire.
Yeah, I like to crack open the very nice bottle of alcohol that I brought with
Elarion's
me
Reserve.
from.
Yep.
Yes, yep. And pour myself a glass of that. Just one to finish the night, and then
Okay.
the rest of the time I'm just looking into the fire and almost as in of hope that maybe it'll send me a message and give me something. But after a while, I'll finish my glass and then I go in for bed.
Okay. Again, Fred is the last one to tuck in. You see Jasper there, and he gives you a nod as you come in. Everybody tucks in for the night. We get the benefits of a full rest, even though nothing really happened today. You awake in the morning, and it's busy. There's a lot of activity going on. There is food out and available, but it's already, people have already picked through and eaten. You guys are kind of woken up by this noise and clamor of armor and horses and shouts. That's what you hear outside.
Wake up. Go ahead, Caesar.
Yeah, as we wake up, I'll wait for Fred to get up, and once he wakes up as well, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be healed, my friend, and then I'm gonna use the thing on him and myself in hopes that these visions go away.
I see him.
Yeah, you see him. You just see him put his hand on him, like he's just talking to him.
Mm-hmm. If you're looking like right at me, the only thing that you would see is, yes, I'm just talking to him, and you'd see just a faint glow, kind of like right here in my chest. Very faint, underneath my robes and stuff.
You see me get very intrigued.
What does that look like? I would like to see that.
We're waiting for it.
I'm just shocked that you can use it.
I'll give you a wink and carry on. I'll go to breakfast.
Passed. I'm passed.
All right, you pack up your stuff and you got it ready and you head to breakfast. What's everybody else doing?
I'm going to follow Caesar around like a lost puppy until he acknowledges me.
Just going to eat my breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it.
Anything else? Anybody?
But
Dad.
Dad.
And I'm gonna go look for Luthor. Luthor Harwyn.
Yep. So everybody kind of goes and you're sitting eating breakfast. Dorian, you grab a few things and a mug, and you find kind of out front in the courtyard, right out front. That's where you find Luthor, and he has gathered. He's got about 50 armored up. They're not pretty. Some are too young, some are too old, but he's got about 50 guys, 50 riders with him, and everybody is gearing up, saddling their horses, getting their armor fit. And he's, shouting orders left, shouting orders right. And he sees you come in. Ah, my boy. We ride for Ravenspire this morning.
Couldn't let you leave without sending you off.
Ah, you're a good lad. Come here. He brings you in, big hug and a pat on the back. Yeah, you don't worry. We'll set your brother right.
Thank you. Just, if it gets too tough or if there's too much presence there, no shame in coming back alive.
I'm old, boy. I've come back alive far too many times. This may be my last ride. And if it is,
You're right.
if it is, it's going to be a glorious ride.
You're right. Give him a big hug. Glory in battle.
Glory in
Honor
battle.
in the grave.
Honor in the grave. He does one of these. Mounts up. He mounts up on his horse. Dorian, as you're standing there, everybody kind of mounts up. And he rides along in front of his riders. I will not lie to you. What rides against us is stronger, better armed, and beyond our knowing. The crown may call us traitors. The Rifflins stir for war. The peaks grow restless, and the world is breaking beneath our feet. But listen to me now, and listen well. This is not the end of our story. Not while we still have breath. Not where there's a single one of us willing to rise when beaten, and to hold the line when others flee. They think we're too few to matter. They think Dreadmere has faded, our steel has rusted, that our will has bent. But they forget we are sons and daughters of the stone and mire. We endure. Everybody on their horse. Yeah. So no, we do not ride today for glory. We ride for each other, for the ones who still believe, and for the ones who can't ride. We ride so the world knows Dreadmere did not go quietly into the dark. Let them come. Let the banners rise against us. Let the crown call us an enemy. But today we will not kneel. Not today. We will run. Not this day shall fear hold our reins. This day we ride. And all the riders, we ride, we ride, we ride. On his horse, Dorian, he turns and looks at you and does, another one of these and a bow. We ride! And off he goes on his horse. The 50 men follow him. Through the courtyard, through the front gate, and off they go to Ravenspire.
All right, I'll go back to the cafeteria hall. They're off. I say it's still early morning. Whenever you guys are ready, we should go. He gave a great, inspiring speech, by the way. If y'all missed it.
We heard bits and pieces from the hall. It is yes.
Okay.
Loud man. Loud. Very
Quite
loud.
Very, very loud.
But very inspirational, I see, yes.
Yeah, I'll finish up my breakfast and I'm ready to go whenever.
All right. Everybody make sure you mark 10 rations on your sheet. Everybody's got 10.
Yep.
Except
what was that lady's name? Did we catch a name? Did we catch a name with that lady?
Mara Gilder.
I want to remember that. That's going to be Caesar's side piece by the end of this.
Yeah.
If she lasts that long.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Are we packing up and heading out? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Does this place seem like they have like other bottles of ale and stuff like that as well?
It doesn't.
No, does not. Damn. Then yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. All right, everybody packs up, and Dorian kind of leads you out. So you leave Dreadmere under a sky choked with low gray clouds, the kind that promise rain but never quite deliver. Dreadmere, now behind you, is quiet. Its buildings and streets and people start fading into memory as you continue. Lord Harwyn's farewell was heavy, with unspoken worries. his warning about the Riftlanders echoing like a drumbeat in the back of your minds. The road out is narrow, winding between fields gone fallow, and low stone walls draped in moss. Farmers give wary glances as you pass by, their eyes sunken with the weight of too many seasons under the crown's boot. Even the livestock seem a little subdued. Beyond the final fence post, the wilderness takes hold. Trees thicken and the air grows a little cooler. The scent of pine replaces the earthy smoke of the town's hearths. The land starts to gently slope upward toward distant peaks, still veiled in a haze. You're bound for the shattered peaks, but first, the deep forest must be crossed. Behind you, the last roofs of Dreadmere slip from view. The canopy thickens as you press deeper into the ancient forest. The light above fractures into emerald shards that dance along moss-covered trunks and twisted roots. The air grows damp, heavy with the scent of pine and rot, and the silence begins to settle. A quiet that's a little too perfect. Birdsong vanishes. The insects are still. Even the wind, once whispering through the branches, now seems to hold its breath. You feel it before you see it. A little prickle at the base of your neck. A sense that you're maybe being watched or hunted. A branch cracks far behind you, then another. You turn. There's nothing there. Yet shadows seem to shift just a little too quickly. Here and there, brush bends under the weight of something too large for any beast of the forest. Then there's a scent, sharp, acidic, kind of like crushed herbs soaked in venom. From a thick tangle of boughs overhead, pine boughs overhead, you see two golden green eyes gleam at you, slitted and intelligent. And that's where we'll pause.
Cool. But we've almost beat the game then, right? That's the dragon. We just need to find the dungeon now.
I never used the word dragon.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
I'm
dude.
terrified after this campaign.
It's probably, I wonder what it is. So it's Shatter Peaks. It's definitely probably one of the stone men.
Green slitted
Well,
eyes.
We will find out.
There's creatures up there.
We will find
There
out
are.
next week if it is a stone man or a dragon or whatever it is. But thanks for joining us
Where
for
is the page?
another crazy ride through Elarion. If you enjoyed tonight's session, please hit that subscribe button down there. And until next week, stay brave. Watch for the golden eyes above you. Roll high. Keep the fire burning. And we'll see you next week.